Your guardian angel is by your side to reveal something exciting. At this very moment, someone harbors intense feelings for you. It might seem that this person is distant, whether physically or emotionally, but what truly matters is the new light in which they now see you. There is a marked change in the relationship between you two, signaling a profound transformation in this person's heart. He finds himself facing a strong need to share his feelings with you now, driven by a sense of urgency, as he senses that his revelations will have a significant impact on your life. You may have noticed that he wasn't the type to open up easily before. His feelings often remained veiled, hidden beneath a cloak of reluctance. You may recall moments when he seemed on the verge of a confession, a meaningful gesture, almost overflowing with emotions, but at the last moment, something made him hold back, sealing his feelings once again. This behavior could have been a consequence of a long-standing habit of keeping his deepest emotions to himself, perhaps shaped by the belief that it was safer or easier to simply go with the flow of circumstances around him. However, a palpable change has recently emerged in the energy surrounding you both. He now realizes that you are the catalyst for this transformation. The way you relate to him, your presence, your words, and even your silences seem to have triggered something new in his heart, something he can no longer ignore or suppress. This situation may be intrinsically tied to your recent actions or a sudden revelation he had about you. The emotional intensity he is experiencing now is not entirely unknown to him. He has found himself at similar crossroads before. However, the crucial difference this time is the heightened awareness that he must confront and manage these emotions in a way that would have previously been quite uncomfortable for him. Normally, he would have chosen to resist this intuitive urge that advises him to follow his heart, especially when it comes to you. But now, he recognizes the importance of not just accepting this urge but acting upon it, even if it means stepping out of his comfort zone. It is a decision that transcends what is visible or known to you. He is faced with a choice that not only challenges him personally, but could also significantly alter the dynamic between the two of you. He realizes that this is not simply a matter of a casual choice or following a path of least resistance. What is at stake here is a deep and powerful need to make a substantial change, driven by a new understanding of what you mean to him and the impact you have on his emotional life. The energy that now surrounds him is so intense that it seems almost tangible, a vibrant force compelling him to act. This energy is fueled by the duality of his feelings, a mix of fear and courage, hesitation and determination. He is aware that what he is about to do may be uncomfortable, perhaps even painful, but he firmly believes it is essential for his personal growth and for the evolution of your relationship. Therefore, although a part of him wishes to keep everything as it is, following the logical and rational path he is used to, a more powerful force is compelling him to take a new direction, to listen to the voice of his heart. This guidance does not come from external advice or the expectations of others, but from the deepest recesses of his soul, where true emotions and desires reside, offering him crucial guidance at this exact moment. Previously, he may have restrained or even ignored these intuitive impulses, especially regarding you, perhaps out of fear of exposing his vulnerability or disrupting the status quo that seemed safe. However, there is now a clear realization that following the same path no longer serves him. The situation demands a change, a deviation from the habitual course he had been treading until now. This internal call to follow his heart is now undeniable and urgent. He recognizes that it is imperative to act according to this new guidance, even though it may seem risky or out of character for him. There is a palpable energy surrounding a person who is clearly at a vital crossroads. He is immersed in deep reflection, pondering a myriad of questions, but it is notable that his main focus is on you. He finds himself lost in his thoughts about you, frequently wondering if you are aware of the intensity with which he thinks of you. This energy is incredibly rich in detail. He may not verbalize all of his thoughts and feelings directly to you, but he certainly processes them meticulously in his mind, mulling them over until he can form a clear understanding and then acts based on the conclusions he reaches. He is also aware of how well you understand him, and this keeps him particularly attentive and engaged in this connection. The fascinating aspect of this dynamic is that, while he deeply desires to be close to you, there is also a strong need for isolation, as if this time alone is crucial for making significant decisions or taking an important step in his life. He faces an internal struggle, a real tug-of-war between the heart and the mind, or perhaps between the ego and the soul, and this battle is intense. This duality reflects a rich and complex inner journey, where he balances the desire for intimacy and connection with a need for personal space and reflection. Each moment of solitude is a step in his search for answers, a necessary time for introspection and clarity. This internal battle is not just a clash of contradictory desires, but also a sign of his deep consideration for everything involving you. He notices a significant transformation in the dynamic of your relationship and is consciously adjusting how he relates to you. Most of these changes occur discreetly, behind the scenes of daily interactions, even if you maintain regular contact. This situation offers you a glimpse into how he is feeling internally and what he may be deliberately concealing concerning you and the connection you share. He wants you to understand that he has undergone a profound change in perspective and that this new position was adopted after intense reflection and sincere dialogue with his heart. Although the feelings for you are still present and significant, you may have sensed that it was beneficial for both of you to adopt a certain level of emotional distance, a kind of healthy detachment regarding this person. However, you may be feeling somewhat perplexed about his true feelings for you or what he plans to do next. There is a vibrant and intense energy that permeates your relationship, an almost palpable chemistry that makes it remarkably easy for both of you to pick up on each other's emotions and even thoughts when you are together. This deep connection is both a gift and an enigma. Despite this almost telepathic attunement, he seems to have difficulty fully opening up, expressing his feelings clearly and unequivocally, which may leave you wondering why he holds back, why he hesitates to let his emotions flow or act according to what he truly feels. He may not be entirely transparent, and this reserve could be the result of significant challenges he has faced that, even indirectly, have impacted the dynamic between you. These obstacles may have created emotional or psychological barriers that he is still trying to overcome. He may fear that by opening up completely, these vulnerabilities will become too apparent, which could, in his view, change how you see him or affect the delicate balance of your relationship. Recently, a series of important revelations have emerged, aspects that he can no longer ignore, prompting him to deep and meaningful reflection. Most crucially, he is aware that you have exceptional clarity about who he truly is. You notice even the subtlest changes that have occurred in the dynamic between you. This perception on your part only intensifies the impact of these discoveries on him. He feels, perhaps with a hint of melancholy, that this specific chapter in your story may be coming to an end. However, simultaneously, he senses that there is still much more to be discovered and explored in your relationship. Now, the decision is in your hands about whether you want to continue writing this story alongside him. It is a choice that carries the weight not only of continuing what has been built, but also of venturing into new emotional and relational territories. It is essential to remember that the current situation is permeated by an energy of curiosity, a living force that suggests not only the possibility but the desire to explore new facets and depths in the relationship. He truly feels an intensely deep connection with you, and for this reason, he is approaching the next phase of your relationship with extreme caution. This is not just a sequence in the course of your lives, but a journey he recognizes as essential for himself. This message he conveys is a mixture of closure and renewal. He is not entirely ready to definitively close this phase. What he clearly understands is that the way things were functioning between you is no longer sustainable, and the crucial moment has arrived to seek a new path forward. Thus, this moment marks both the end of one chapter and the beginning of another in the narrative of your relationship. He wants to make sure you are aware of this. Throughout your connection, there may have been expectations that were not met or promises left in limbo, not fully expressed, and this has influenced the dynamic between you. It is important to emphasize that this does not necessarily imply betrayal or dishonesty, but rather refers to commitments that, for some reason, were not honored, impacting the development of the relationship. Perhaps both of you have avoided openly discussing your mutual expectations or the direction you hoped the relationship would take. This impasse created a scenario where both feel they are no longer aligned. Unmet expectations are causing visible cracks in the relationship. Instead of clearly communicating your needs and desires, you both ended up assuming the other would intuitively understand such yearnings. This misunderstanding created confusion and disappointment for both, carrying a heavy emotional baggage that now needs to be examined and resolved. It is essential to confront and discuss these unmet promises so that the bond between you can evolve in a healthy and constructive way. This situation conveys a powerful message about the transformation in this person's emotions and the need to follow his heart regarding you. There is a clear sense that a chapter in your connection has come to an end, but also the promise that a new chapter is about to unfold. He is in the process of discovering what the future may bring and extends an invitation for you both to face the unfulfilled promises, engage in open and honest communication, to heal and strengthen the relationship you share. This is a critical moment, a turning point that requires introspection and sincere dialogue. The willingness to address these challenges will not only help heal existing wounds, but also pave the way for a more resilient and meaningful relationship. It is an opportunity to rediscover each other, align expectations, and renew mutual commitment on a more solid and transparent ground. Thus, with awareness of past failures and omissions, and the courage to address them directly, you can begin this new chapter with a foundation of renewed understanding and respect. This journey of healing is not just about overcoming misunderstandings, but about building a future together that is enriched by honesty, empathy, and the unconditional love that once united you. This is a time of growth, transformation, and above all, reaffirming the connection you have, ensuring that this time, you both walk in the same direction with open hearts and clear expectations. Let your spirit absorb these words and allow them to resonate deeply within you. The universe, in its infinite wisdom and benevolence, ardently desires the best for you and is committed to ensuring a favorable outcome, regardless of the decisions you make along your path. By typing "I feel blessed and aligned with the universe and I will live the best phase of my life," you not only affirm your receptivity to positive vibrations, but also claim the countless blessings destined for you. This act of affirmation is a powerful step toward manifesting the best experiences the universe has to offer. Let us then be channels of positivity and kindness, extending these energies to each other and together, creating a rising tide of good energy that can transform the world around us. By sharing these positive vibrations, we strengthen our connection with the universe and with one another, building a supportive community where love and positivity flow freely. Each word of affirmation and each act of kindness is like waves that spread, reaching hearts and awakening souls, inspiring them to also be beacons of light in their own journeys. Thus, by claiming this message, you become part of a larger movement, a collective effort to elevate the planet's vibration and bring to manifestation the golden age of humanity that we all long for. So, embrace this opportunity to align yourself with cosmic forces and live fully the promise of a bright future, filled with joy, peace, and fulfillment. Did you know it is possible to have a vision of your soulmate? It could be someone you already know or someone who has yet to cross your path. Click the link in the description to get a portrait of your soulmate. Let us lift each other up and create waves of good energy together. Stay tuned for the next important message waiting for you in the next video. May God and the universe illuminate your steps with peace, love, and faith. Amen.